On January 30th, 2026, plaintiffs submitted two submissions to the clerk's office titled Appellant's Motion George McDermott to correct the record and obtain copies of the docket entries and recapping cases as above. They received it from the clerk of the court office is deficient and not in conformity with the rules. The loss statement, submitting his loss statement, and they're saying the reason they're saying this is because I put on top of my caption, United States Court of Federal Claims for the District of Columbia, and I listed all the defendants, not just the USA. It isn't the USA, it's the Donald John Trump as the CEO of the Corporation of the United States of America. But they've altered and tampered with this. But the FBI won't do anything about this. The Justice Department won't do anything about this. You know, and these are the official files in the Court of Federal Claims. Legal jurisdiction. They've never answered legal jurisdiction. They've never answered whether the courts and its judges are even bonded or insured or anything else. Look over here. Now, this is the way it was originally captioned when I filed it. It's Donald John Trump as CEO of the Corporation of the United States, U.S. Department of Justice, Inc., the U.S. Federal Bureau of Investigation, Inc., the United States Department of Homeland Security, Inc., the U.S. Treasury Department, a.k.a. IRS, Inc., the U.S. Office of Secretary of State, plus the U.S. Court Systems Legal Advisor, trading as the American Bar Association, its affiliates, corporation, corporate officers, et al. But, they want me to change that. They don't want all of this to be exposed to the public. Bullshit. Okay? You can check these dockets for yourself. You can check the rules for yourself. But it's got to stop, folks. So, these are the documents I've got. Please look over them and make a choice for yourself. But I will not be held liable for funds that I don't have. If they want to charge me with something, then they can charge me whatever they want, charge me as a criminal, and I will demand a jury trial, and I will rely on a jury of my peers. But I have the right to call all of these entities in. They're not allowing me any discovery in 32 years. I've never been allowed but one subpoena in any court in 32 years. I've not been allowed any interrogatories in 32 years. I've never been allowed any due process at law. All I receive is unsigned orders from every court in the United States, the Court of Federal Claims, the U.S. District Court in Wilmington, Delaware, the U.S. Court of Appeals, and the Fourth Circuit Court of Appeals, U.S. District Courts in Maryland and D.C., the U.S. The list goes on. Like I said, there's 20,000 docket entries. I think it's time this is exposed. I think it's time that, I think God has put me in a place where this is to be exposed and will be exposed. So I pray that you will be with us today as we go about this fight. And if you have any further questions, please contact George McDermott at 301-996-9577. I know I'm fighting. People say you can't. You can't fight the law or the law will win. Well, the stakes are too high right now. The Project 2025 is Hitler's playbook of 1933. And if anybody doesn't realize that, then you better go back and read your history books. This is George McDermott signing off from his home, the 7th day of February 2026. God bless everyone and have a wonderful weekend.